Hi guys, it's another new year. I wish you a happy new year, but cheek, with tongue in cheek, with hesitancy. What are we looking towards in 2026? What do we expect in the new year that signals happiness is coming? The October edition of the IMF World Economic Outlook for the rest of the year and for the first quarter of 2026 reads, and I quote, "The prospect remains dim," end of quote. The prospects remain dim. The World Economic Outlook says the only thing that is predictable in the coming months is the unpredictable. That's what it says. Climate change will increase global uncertainty by disrupting weather patterns and impacting food securities and economies. More extreme weather events will make it difficult to predict the future, to anticipate human actions, and to plan and save adequately to mitigate risk. The World Economic Outlook says it will not be business as usual in 2026, and therefore advise that investors, businesses, consumers, and governments be guided accordingly. Why that seriousness? Why that seriousness in the tone of the report? Many people are losing jobs in major economies of the world. Many people are losing their jobs in the major economies of the world. Canada, the United States of America, Europe, Asia, Africa, etc. Companies are announcing massive layoff in the new year. And this is happening at a time when people all over the world are buying less and less because of rising food prices. In fact, some people are actually rebelling against the government because of the persistent rise in food prices. The cost of living crisis has pushed millions of people into poverty and is creating a growing class of working poor. A large class of people, they are working every day, but they are basically working just to subsist. Individuals, household, disposable income has been falling since the COVID-19 pandemic, and it continues to fall because purchasing power is being eroded by inflation. Slow-paced economic growth makes it harder for countries to lift their people out of poverty. Economic slowdown, production is not doing well, a lot of disruption in supply chains, and severe weather-related shocks disproportionately affect low-income countries, of course, exacerbating poverty and the economic hardship that they experience. Consequently, the global goal of ending extreme poverty by 2030 is not on track. That's the report according to the United Nations. Projections suggest that by 2030, nearly 600 million people could still be living in extreme poverty in our world. So, how does one say Happy New Year to a class of people and those classes that I have identified? How does one wish the millions of economically depressed, economically disadvantaged, economically marginalized Happy New Year? What are the prospects for a happy outcome to these classes of people? What are the prospects? I'm forced to reference the Bible. I'm forced to reference the teaching of Jesus Christ to bring some hope. The Bible acknowledges the reality of increasing economic hardship and provides extensive guidance, emphasizing trust in God's provision, the practice of wise stewardship and diligence, and the importance of generosity and compassion towards the needy. Let me just repeat that. The Bible gives us a mixed tool bag that we can use to assist those who are being helpless, those who need support, and to direct us how we can manage ourselves and our affairs in those trying and difficult situations. Let me just repeat. So the Bible does acknowledge the reality of the increasing difficulties in economic life and so on. But it emphasizes that we should trust in God. Secondly, we should practice wise stewardship, and that we should exercise generosity and compassion to those who are in need. During his earthly ministry, Jesus Christ consistently encouraged the world not to worry, not to be anxious about material needs, but to trust that God, who feeds the birds, clothes the fields, will without fail provide for his people. If we believe in God, if we trust God, he will never fail us. So uncertainty, turbulence, no distress of any kind can stress the person who believes in God, the person who surrenders all his cares, all his concerns, all his challenges to Jesus Christ and allow him to chart the way forward for him. And we always end our video by reminding ourselves of the two principles that help us make wise decisions that makes us happy. The first one is wrong is wrong, even if everyone is doing it. And right is right, even if no one is doing it. And the other one is like it. Truth is truth, even if no one believes it. And a lie is a lie, even if everyone believes it. And we always finally end with our word to the wise. Our word to the wise comes from Jesus Christ himself. And Jesus Christ, the founder of Christianity, he taught, if we read the book Matthew, the first book of the New Testament, and I'm quoting Matthew chapter 6 and verses 31 to 43. I'm paraphrasing it. In Matthew chapter 6, verses 41 to 43, we are advised to seek first, make it our first duty to get the kingdom of God, to surrender to God and his righteousness. And we can be assured that all necessary things that we need will be provided. Matthew 6:43 says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Guys, visit my website, www.goadrians.com, and connect with me. My WhatsApp, 1-869-668-9752, or via email, peter@goadrians.com. I want to thank you for viewing, but I want you to like my video and subscribe. On that note, have a happy New Year.